Hi traders, just a quick coaching session on the gold on steroids. There's not much going on today, but it's always a good time to come in and just give you a reminder what you're looking for and to ensure that your settings are correct. So I'll go through each one. It's worth just updating just to see what's going on. So I have the 30-minute chart here on the left. So let's cover that. So we have the 50 moving average here. Okay, so whenever we see the price moving above, wrong color, above the 50, and we have a big, beautiful buy signal, or we see the price moving below the 50 with a sell signal, that's what we're looking for. So far so good, easy peasy. And of course, when you get all the sellers in with a sell signal here below the 50 and all the sellers are in, it's useful to see where this oscillator is going, 14, 7 and 3. Okay, so if it's pointing down, you only want to be selling it. If it's pointing up, you only want to be buying it. If it's pointing down, well, you don't want to be selling it because we have the price at this stage above the 50, so that's mixed, and we don't have all the sellers in. Okay, the sellers did come in. If you look at the oscillator at the same time, it's way oversold, so you have to wait. You don't want to be entering long here. You don't want to be entering long here. You don't want to be entering short here because the price is highly likely to bounce. So that's a no-go. You don't want to be buying there on the left. All right, so keep it simple. Let's go to the 15-minute chart and see how they line up. We'll dial down to the 5-minute. So the theme is exactly the same. It doesn't change above the 50 on the 15-minute chart and the 30-minute chart. You can just use these two charts. It's totally up to you. It's optional what charts you actually use, but highly reliable. Once the price is above the 50 on all charts, you have a parabolic trend. And so therefore the price is highly likely to move with all the buyers in. All the buyers in. And that lines up beautifully. And look at the oscillator on the left. Let me show you the shorts. So the shorts on the left, we can see that all the sellers are in on the 30-minute chart with the oscillator pointing down. And we have a short here. So all you need to do is just go short, and that's 600 pips there. One trade, 600 pips. That's all you need. You don't want to go back in after that. If the price moves 600 pips, that's it, end of day. Don't try and get back in again and see if you can get more money because it probably won't work. So once you have a new setup, long here in this instance, then we can see that the oscillator is pointing up above the 50, and if it moves 401 pips and the oscillator is doing this on the left, 400 pips, end of day. It's not about trading often, it's about trading high quality signals as and when they are ready. If they're not aligned up, don't bother trading. Okay, so let me now dial down a little bit, if you want to, into the 5-minute chart. So if I align this up here and this up here, you can see there's been a change of character here on the 5-minute, quite early actually. So you don't want to be doing that early. You can if you want, but it's it could go in any direction there. Wait for all the buyers to step in and get in anywhere along this area here. So you can see that this is bumbling along. and you get a nice beautiful buy signal here on the left, and then you just buy it with a stop below here. Just make sure you've got plenty of room for your stop. Make sure it's below this area here, because it can come down into a support area and trip you out if you're too tight. So allow 20 pips or whatever it is to actually allow for the spread, allow for the price to move. Otherwise, if you get tripped out, you might have to make another decision. Alright, so that's a beautiful move there on a long position during Asian session, but it doesn't matter, it's the same system under whatever time scale you're looking at. Now let's have a look at the short position just to clarify. You probably know what it's going to look like by now. You should be used to it. Okay, so there is the breakdown of the 5-minute chart here before the signal, so you know what to expect, and you can also have a change of character down there as well if you wish. But have a look on the left and the further left, the 30-minute chart and the 15-minute come in beautifully. Okay, with a short position and a short position, and all the sellers are in under all circumstances. If you want to use it on the 5-minute as well, please do, but you will get a lot of greens and reds because it's a much faster chart. So look at the oscillator on the left. Is it oversold? No, it's a safe trade, and there's plenty of room for this price to go down. And if you bank 540 for 43 pips, 543 pips, is it? Happy days. Now there was a continuation here. If you have a look at this here, this is quite common. You get a pullback, but look where the oscillator is in conjunction with that area. So you don't really want to be short there once the price has moved 500 pips or whatever it is. If it's moved very, very quickly and fast, within an hour or so, then you know that it's likely to bounce back at any time. Doesn't mean it's a reversal, but because the moving average on the 50, have a look here at the moving average here on the 50 on the 30-minute chart on the far left. As the price bounced up, it came back into the 50 and then bounced off that, rejected it and continued down. And we can see that here on the 15-minute chart. If you had another trade there down to this bottom area here, you could. All right, so nothing going on today. Price is looking pretty bullish, but nothing really confirming in any way direction. So when you see the price flat, as this is, on the 50 moving average on the left. Now what is interesting to me is look at the oscillator here on the 30-minute chart. So this is interesting. This indicates that the price is highly likely to fall into the next 24 hours or so. And as previously mentioned, we do have come into 39.87, been rejected, not significantly, but that Asian high is significant. So in order for the gold on steroids to be successful, just wait for the price to move down. If it's going to be a sell, you want everything to be red here, this to be pointing down, and the price to be moving below the 50. Below the 50, all the sellers in and moving down, and a change of character here in order for the price to make a big move down to 39.30, which is the previous Asian low.